This is Alexander Playtime Williams of PlayTimeCares.com. What's up, world? This is Alexander Playtime Williams of PlayTimeCares.com. Doing a Raw recap. This one was from December 7th, 2015. Charleston, South Carolina. Usual commentators JBL, Michael Cole, Byron Saxons. You started off with a Raw recap of Sheamus versus Roman Reigns match, where you had the introduction of the League of Nations. So then you had the League of Nations standing in the ring, and they pretty much said, look, we just represent four great nations, and the reason why you don't have anybody from the U.S. in it is because you really don't have anybody that can stand with us. You have four people here that just represent dominance. There's nobody that can mess with us. Crowd starts saying you look stupid and stuff like that, and the lights go off. Lights pop on. The Wyatt family in the ring. Crowd, oh, they going crazy. I'm like, oh, that's pretty decent. So, they pretty much said that, hey, you can't be you can't say nothing like that. Have you been looking at us? Have I introduced myself? I'm Bray. I'm Bray Wyatt, and this is my brothers. Crowd going crazy. Yes, 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 yes. And they say, look, we're not even here for the talking. We here for chaos. Well, next thing you know, you heard saw them things come down, the pyrotechnics come down and hit the stage. Dudley Boys come out. Everybody like, ooh. Dudley Boys come out. Tommy Dreamer come out. Bray Wyatt gets irritated. Look, you're outmanned. You're outgunned. Just go ahead and play in traffic. He didn't say that, but that's what I would have told him. The Dudley Boys say, hey, we not crazy. We understand. We got a fourth person for you. Who they bring out? ECW alumni, WWF alumni, WWE alumni. Rhino. Yep, I said it. Rhino. He comes out. So now we got Team ECW in the mix. Crowd going crazy. You think that was it? Boom! Roman Reigns music hit. Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and the Usos coming down in the crowd. So, that was just nice. It was just a really, really good way to start off Raw. And I was actually pleased that the writers actually stepped outside of the comfort zone for a second and did something, especially considering that the TLC pay-per-view is 6 days away. It's been pretty lame since the last pay-per-view, but that's neither here nor there. So what they decided to do during the break, they decided that they said the Authority came out and made a 16-man elimination fatal four-way tag team match. So, it's pretty much, look, you got to have one representative of each faction in the ring at the same time. If somebody get pinned from your group, then your whole team out. So everybody's getting beat up, of course. But would you know it, the person that struck first was Tommy Dreamer. He put a DDT on Eric Rowan and eliminated the freaking Wyatt family first. So now you're down to a triple threat. Everybody's still kicking each other butt. And then Sheamus got a bro kick in the face of Bubba Dudley. So, of course, that eliminated Team ECW. So you got the League of Nations versus Roman Reigns crew. I don't know what to call them. We call them Team Roman, I guess. Roman Empire, whatever you want to call them. So you had Roman Reigns crew left. And, of course, Sheamus went for a bro kick on Roman, and Roman's hit him with a spear. 1, 2, 3. So we'll say the Team Roman, they got the pin victory. Actually, it was a pretty decent match. That was 3 out of 4 for the match. It was above average. It was a match actually worth watching. So then you had Sheamus interviewed if he was worried about that being the same scene that they'll see at the TLC pay-per-view, and he was like, nah, bro. Not only am I gonna beat him at TLC, but, I'm just going to beat him so badly to us, I might just beat him in under 5 minutes and 15 seconds anyway. Yeah, he's like, matter of fact, I'm going to teach Roman Reigns a lesson a night. So nobody don't know what he meant by that. Then you had Stardust, cut the promo like he usually do, doing this weird stuff. And Titus O'Neil, once again, came in and interrupted him and pretty much told him, look, man, you need some new hobbies, man. You need to go and get some me time in and get some new hobbies. Maybe you won't be so angry. Well, Stardust was like, nah, bro, I have a lot of good personal time. You need to get up out here. So Titus left. And next match was Dolph Ziggler um, versus Kevin Owens. Intercontinental champ Kevin Owens. You had Tyler Breeze and Summer Rae, ringside. And, that was pretty much back and forth action. And it was really, it was really kind of normal pace. And, anybody could have won at any point. Then Kevin Owens threw Dolph Ziggler into the steel post and kind of messed up his shoulder. Dolph Ziggler kind of favored that the whole match, but Dolph Ziggler fought the entire match. It wasn't like he just laid down. They fought for a nice bit after that. But long story short, the injury was too much to overcome. Pop up power bomb, boom, 1, 2, 3. So that was it. Kevin Owens got the victory on Dolph Ziggler. But instead of Kevin Owens' music coming on, actually Dean Ambrose music came on. He comes out to the ring eating popcorn, drinking a soda. He gets to the ring. He just threw it in Kevin Owens' face. The popcorn first, the drink second, and just leave. They'll settle that at TLC. They got a match. You got the IC match at TLC. Then they cut away to Bray Wyatt in the Wyatt family, and Bray Wyatt like, look, the whole time dreaming, you messed up. You gonna have to fill a wrath. So he told Braun Strowman, he's like, look, what I want you to do is I want you to hurt the boy. And Strowman pretty much said, look, I'm gonna sit there and big time dream and have a nightmare. I'm gonna squeeze the life out of him. So that is what it is. So then they had a cutaway to Neville getting dressed, and the Miz come to him and was like, look, man, I'm serious about, you getting that push from me and pushing you to the level of like a Daniel Bryan. Hey, matter of fact, I got one of my celebrity friends here with me, an A-lister, is Donnie of USA's new comedy show, Donnie. And he comes in and said that he interested in dealing with Neville. He want him on the show, not even interested in the Miz coming till about 5 years from now. He gives Neville his card, and Miz like, hey, and he say, here go my card again. I'm serious. Let's do it. So the next thing was Sasha Banks and Naomi, of course, with Tamina of Team Bad, versus Brie Bella and Alicia Fox, and that actually started off. It started off pretty good. Fox, Alicia Fox started off on fire, and she was whipping butt. But the number games came into a factor, and you actually end up having Tamina interfering, which kind of threw everything off. Even when Brie got tagged in, she came out on fire, but number games was too much, and she turned around and boom, ended up running to the rear end finisher from Naomi. So they actually got the victory on that. Interesting turn of events. The New Day said, "Don't you dare be sour," and they come down to the ring, give the ladies of Team Bad the new unicorn the unicorn headband, and they said now they formed the new tag team. It's called they formed a new faction. It's called Team Bad Day. So now it's Bad Day Rocks. So now it's Bad Day Rocks. So when you have the New Day and Team Bad together, now it's Team Bad Day. So the next match was actually Kofi Kingston and Big E with Xavier Woods versus Lucha Dragons with the Usos on commentary. And that was some pretty decent back and forth action until Big E came in there and he dominated the boys. And everything took a turn for the worse when Xavier Woods decided to taunt the Usos and got the trombone in their face. And they got him, took the trombone from him, and just started stomping him. And Kofi looking like, hey, man, what you doing with my team member? And the Lucha Dragons went and got him, rolled him up, got that 1, 2, 3 on him. And, that's how they lost the match. And let's see, what else you had? You had a Roman Reigns interview about, the threat that Sheamus said, oh, I'm going to teach him a lesson later on tonight. And he pretty much was like, man, look, I ain't worried about that. I'm going to bust up Sheamus at TLC, and I whoop on him tonight too. So then you had a Raw recap of Charlotte tricking Becky Lynch into the victory that she had, making Becky Lynch think that she was injured, and once she let her guard down, getting that pin up victory on her. So Miz TV, of course, was the next segment, and their guest, of course, would be Charlotte, along with her father Ric Flair, because they're trying to see if she's going to become like her dad and be the dirtiest player in the game. And Charlotte was pretty much dodging questions. Ric Flair was pretty much dodging questions. But the Miz kept poking at her with all of the comments that Paige said about her and her dad and her family, just constantly poking at that sleeping bear, constantly poking. So Charlotte finally snapped, pretty much said that, Paige was trash as a person and, as a wrestler person and all this type of stuff. And said, you know what, I wish. Matter of fact, she said that she was going to pretty much, she not even certain if she's not going to try to end her career at TLC. Might be her last match. She said she wished Paige was there to actually tell her that face to face. Miz said that Paige wasn't going to be able to make it. So what happened? Miz was like, oh, I lied. Paige back there. So Paige come out and be like, hey, you talking all that noise? Hey, what's happening? Rick like, nah, she just trying to get in your head. Let's get out, baby. He lets Charlotte out the ring. He's about to get out the ring. Paige tap him on the shoulder. He turned around, smack him. Rick was like, oh, hell with that. Baby, get up. Get up. She's tripping. She's mad. We go get her. So he told Charlotte to get her. Charlotte attacks. Paige runs out the ring. I mean, it is what it is at that point. Next match would be the rematch of Ryback versus Rusev with Lana. And, they did a Raw recap of Rusev being by the steel steps on the stage, Lana being behind him, and Ryback pretty much charging Rusev and hitting him into those steel steps, and the steel steps coming up and hit Lana in the thigh and knocking her down, which caused Rusev to actually get a countout victory while he's tending to his fiance. So this match was actually pretty decent. It was back and forth action, all kind of some surprisingly Ryback actually did over the top rope aerial assault on Rusev. That was pretty cool to see. Rusev didn't seem like he was really interested in staying and fighting and all that type of stuff. So he actually did a lot of time of recovering outside the ring. Ryback got tired of that. Rusev started running outside the ring. Ryback chasing after him. Lana gets in the way of Ryback. Ryback slows down, but they still collide. Boom. She hurt. Ryback is checking on her. Rusev comes and attacks Ryback from behind. She mysteriously gets out the way really quickly on the supposedly hurt ankle. They both get double counted out. And, Rusev keep him in that accolade that, modified, I guess, a Bulgarian camel clutch. And, Lana showed that she wasn't injured at all. They just tricked him. They kissed and all that type of stuff. So the next thing that they showed was Jack Swagger versus Stardust with Titus O'Neil on commentary. And Jack Swagger was starting to just beat the brakes off of Stardust. And then Del Rio, along with Zeb Colter, came out. That distracted Jack Swagger. Stardust kind of got the best of him for a little bit, but then Jack, boom, 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 couple of smacks, put him in that ankle lock. Hey, Stardust tapping. Alberto Del Rio gets in the ring, hit Jack Swagger with a chair. Titus gets up from the commentary, which was real weird. I'm curious to know what direction they go with that. He yells, oh, Alberto, look out, look out, look out. So Alberto turned around, hit Stardust with the chair. And then he goes outside the ring and try to hit Swagger with the chair again. But Swagger pop up with his own chair. They collide with chairs. Boom. Hits Alberto Del Rio fingers. Alberto's like, oh, he drops the chair. Realizes Jack have a chair. He goes to run. Flip over Zeb Coulter's wheelchair, and everybody laughing at him, and then he runs out of the ring, and that's pretty much that. So the next thing you did, you had the Rose Bush, that gossip segment with Adam Rose. He just kind of slammed Neville and Tommy Dreamer for looks and pretty much their looks. That's actually a segment that's worth looking at. Check it out on WWE.com. So they did a cutaway, and Del Rio was talking to Zeb, and he pretty much slammed Zeb. He's like, "Look, man, I don't like nobody laughing at me. You being in my way, not getting out of my way with your wheelchair, you cause people to laugh at me. Look, bro, we done. I don't want to see no more of your, all this type of stuff." Zeb like, "Man, you can't blame me for that." He's like, "Look, you see this chair? I would sit there and bust your head open with this chair, like I'm gonna do your boy Jack Swagger at TLC. If you keep talking, I'm gonna bust your mouth." So of course Zeb just zipped away. Forgot to tell you, Swagger was trying to talk sense into Jack's, Zeb Coulter, making him trying to put his hand on his chest, and Coulter just went away from him. So the next thing was Tommy Dreamer with Team 3D in Ryback versus the Wyatt family, which was actually Braun Strowman. There's nothing to say about that. Strowman is a beast. He beat up Tommy Dreamer, then he picked him up and choked him out in a match. And all of the matches were pretty much, outside of that first initial match, all of the matches were pretty much twos, just an average match. But that first match, they started off Raw really, really well. They chose to end Raw by having Roman Reigns come out and say he's going to win the belt back at TLC. Sheamus come out and say, "Look, the same thing that happened at the last pay-per-view Survivor Series, that's what's going to happen at this pay-per-view. You're just going to lose." Roman Reigns like, "Look, I'm tired of you talking. Teach me the lesson you was going to teach me." Sheamus like, "Man, I'm not crazy. You can see all those ladder tables and chairs that you got around. I'm not getting in the ring. You're not about to tag me with none of that." Roman Reigns was like, "Oh, I thought the Irishman was had some potatoes. Guess all this time all you got is some tater tots down there." So of course that made all the crowd chant tater tots to him. Not Ryback. Sheamus, he eventually shoots in the ring. They fight in the ring. They fight outside the ring. They fight through the crowd a little bit. They come back and they throwing each other over the announcers table, all kind of stuff. Ended up with Roman Reigns spearing Sheamus through a table that was set up along the ring. So that was pretty much it. Thank you for sitting through here. I know this is 17, 18 minutes worth of torture, but that's my Raw recap. If I'm inaccurate, let me know. Click the thumb button. Tell other people to look at it. Click thumb buttons. Give me some views. Give me some likes. Hey, give me comments. Let me know what I need to do. Do I need graphics? Let me know how to improve this for you. Playtime out.